we have a one asking, which is the sun, how do I find more real connection? Why am I experiencing this constant feeling of loneliness and emptiness? This is coming from the one. And I guess I can start it off with, just how we have to come into this is that just remembering that the one is a leader. So the one actually has a tendency at times to actually push beings away from them by the way in which they act, because it's a very forceful path. It's a definite. Some love the strength of the one, but others actually could get quite offended by how they come off. Also, the number 4 is the other path that's closest to the solar path. So I'm speaking from direct experience that learning how to really communicate with others is the key to actually having, if you're saying, why can I find, and you're looking for the connection of others that are around you, it's for a leader, it's actually finding that connection within themselves and seeing, are you a bit too abrasive? That's why I love mindfulness, because it allows you to put yourself in the mind of others and see how you're coming off to them. I remember when I first started delivering the message, I didn't really care how you felt about the message. You were going to get the message. And I came off that way. The vibration was that way. And there were many that felt empowered by that, like, yeah, he's sure he knows what he's talking about. But there was also others that was like, whoa, he just thinks he knows everything. It's coming across too strong. And what we were really like is like a maybe at least an 80% or 90% probability that who you're going to be talking to is something that's going to come into a success for you. Meaning that if you're just spending your time talking, you might as well be meditating if you don't expect for people to actually even listen to what you're saying and do what you're saying. So to get people to do what you're saying, to get the vibration and frequencies around you that you feel are the ones that you need, you have to look at your own personality and character and how you're carrying yourself. And do people really feel comfortable with that? Because I found in life, especially if you keep seeing relationships that you're engaging in, friends, it always ends up the same way. And it's almost like you end up getting this, everybody's the same kind of personality, because they look, every time they always do that. They always try to take advantage of me, always try to abuse me. And then you keep having these relationships and over it's happening. And you're locked behind your own filters thinking it's everybody else, when really it's probably things like you not stating where your boundaries are. You doing things that you know you can't consistently do. You doing things that you know that you only are doing for certain motives. And then that puts the responsibility back into your court. So as a leader, I for sure would suggest know where you're going. That's first and priority. And then also know who you're talking to, because any kind of commander, leader, general, whatever, needs to know how to communicate with the platoon and the differences between how each person communicates. And so you can invest your time into something like Enneaology, especially as a one, being very systematic in knowing that you want to master something and that you are a master with. This is a perfect place to see everything that's been created.
Seven, if I can add, directly, very on point. I would also say, as that one, again, we all developed a perception of who we are. Like, we have an idea of how we believe other people see us, right? So I would just say, as a one, if you're having this type of issue, maybe put a survey to your top five friends and just kind of get an idea of, how do you all perceive me? You word the question in a way that works for you, but put it out there. And I think it helps you get a better perspective of how others, perceive you. Do they see you as you think you know everything? Do they see you as you're very forceful, you want everybody to just follow you? And I think getting access to that kind of information can maybe now allow you to know what type of work from within.
Also, with number ones, they tend to have a lot of nervous energy. They can get exhausted very easily. They like to find clarity in situations, so their hormonal systems get affected. And so the karmic lessons that number ones need to learn is patience. And so finding methods of meditation, mindfulness techniques, and things like that that can calm them down and teach them the art of patience. And also, number ones usually find with nostril breath that their right nostril is more active. This is the Pingala side, because it activates the left brain hemisphere. So just simply covering the right nostril and breathing in and out from the left nostril for half an hour at sunrise every morning, just will activate the right side of the brain, and it will just balance, the Ida and the Pingala side of the brain.